Hello, welcome to our channel. In this video, we will talk about reverse FOIL method, which is one of the easiest ways to factor a trinomial. So here is the basic method. First, we want to write the trinomial ax squared plus bx plus c in this form. So some number x plus some number times some number x plus some number. So if we can figure out these four numbers, then we have the factors. This will be one factor and this will be another factor. The whole goal over here is to figure out these numbers, these four numbers, so that when we FOIL it back, we get ax squared plus bx plus c. So let's take a look at some examples. Here is the first example. We want to factor x squared minus 2x minus 3. So like we said here above, we want to write this as two factors. So we need to look at some number times x over here and some number times x over here. So what goes here and what goes here depends on what we need to get x squared. Since we have just x squared over here, so if we have 1 times 1, then we get x squared. So we don't need to put anything over here. So we just need 1 and 1. So we have just x plus plus. So we need to figure out what we need over here and what we need over here. So for that, we look at this number, because when you FOIL, this number times that number will correspond to this -3. So these two together will be product of -3. Now we need to think about what numbers give us product of -3. There are few possibilities. One possibility is 1 and -3. And the other possibility is -1 and 3. So these two possibilities give us -3 when we multiply. So if we consider 1 and -3, so if we put 1 here and -3 here, so let's see if that will work or not. So for that, we FOIL this and see if we get the given function back. So when we FOIL, we get x squared, x times x is x squared, x times -3 is -3x. 1 times x is plus x, and we have 1 times -3 is -3. So it looks like this does give what we have initially back, because x squared, we have that here, and -3, we have that here as it is. And the middle term is -3x plus x, which is -2x. So this is good. X plus 1 times x minus 3 is the factors of the given function. Now we can go one step further and simplify this a little bit. So it will look like x plus 1 as one of the factors and x minus 3 as another factor. So these are the factors of the given trinomial. So let's look at another example. We have 2x squared minus 7x plus 6. So again, we set it up as two factors. So here we'll have one factor, and over here we will have another factor. Now we look at this term here, 2x squared. So the only way we can get 2x squared is if we have 2x here and x here. So that means we need 2x here and we need x over here. Or we could put 2x in the first one, or we could put x in the first one and 2x in the second one. Now we need to figure out what we need here and what we need over here. So now when we FOIL these, if you multiply these two, we get this 6 over here. So that means these must be factors of 6. So the factors of 6, there are few possibilities. One of them is 1, 6. The other one is 6 in the first one and 1 in the second one. The other one is -1 in the first one and -6 in the second one, because -1 and -6 is also 6. The other one is -6 in the first one and -1 in the second one. The other possibility is 2 and 3 and 3 and 2, and we can have the negatives of these. So -2, -3, and -3 and -2. So these are all the possibilities we need to test. So let's begin with the first one. So if we have 1 over here and 6 over here, so let's see if we get the given trinomial back when we put 1 and 6 over here. So this will give us 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 6 is 12x. 1 times x is x. And 1 times 6 is 6. So 2x squared and plus 6, they are fine. But if we look at the middle term, we get 13x, which is totally different from what we have here. We need -7x. So this one doesn't work. Now let's try another combination. So let's try 2x plus 6 and x plus 1. When we fold this, we get 2x squared because 2x times x. And then we have 2x times 1, which is 2x. And then we have 6 times x, which is 6x. Then 6 times 1, which is 6. Again, 2x squared and 6, they are fine. But if we look at the middle term, we have 8x because we have 2x plus 6x. And that is not what we have here. So this also doesn't work. Now we will try the next combination, which is 2x minus 1 times x minus 6. So we simplify this again. We get 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times -6 is -12x. -1 times 6 is -x. And -1 times -6 is positive x. Again, 2x squared and positive 6 are fine. But the middle term is -12x minus x, which is -13x. And that is not what we have here. So this also doesn't work. Now let's look at the next one. Next combination would be 2x minus 6 times x minus 1. So this time we are looking at this combination. So again, we will simplify this and see if we get the given trinomial back. We have 2x times x, which is 2x squared. 2x times -1, which is -2x. -6 times x, which is -6x. And -6 times -1, which is +6. Now again, if we look at the middle term, we have -2x minus 6x, which is -8x, and that is not what we have here. So this also doesn't work. We will try the next combination now. We have 2x plus 2 times x plus 3. Again, we try to FOIL this and see if we get the given trinomial back. So we have 2x times x, which is 2x squared. 2x times 3, which is 6x. 2 times x, which is 2x. And then plus 6 at the end, 2 times 3. So again, here you see we have 6x plus 2x, which is 8x. That means this is also a problem because we have -7x here. So this also doesn't work. Now let's move on to the next combination. We have 3 and 2. So 2x plus 3 and x plus 2. So we will again FOIL this and see what we get. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. 2x times 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. Here, the middle term is 4x plus 3x, which is positive 7x, but that is not what we need. We need -7x, so this also doesn't work. Now we have 2 more combinations to try, these two. So I'm going to write it up here. we have -2 and -3. So we have 2x minus 2 and x minus 3. So let's try to FOIL this and see if we get 2x squared minus 7x plus 6. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times -3 is -6x. -2 times x is -2x. And -2 times -3 is +6. This one is also a problem because we have -6x minus 2x, which is -8x. So this also doesn't work. Now we have the last one to try. Hopefully that will work. So we have 2x minus 3 and x minus 2. So when we FOIL this, we get 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times -2, -4x. -3 times x is -3x. And -3 times -2 is +6. So if we look at the middle term for this one, we have -4x minus 3x, which is -7x, and that is exactly what we have over here. So this one is the correct factorization. 3x minus 3 times x minus 2. So as we just saw in this example, the method is quite straightforward, but it may require a lot of hit and trial before we get to a correct factorization. This is the next example we have. Here we want to factor 4x squared minus 10x plus 6. So again, we can look at this 4x squared and try to think of what we need here and over here. So we need to factor 4x squared. So for 4x squared, there are many ways to do it. We can have 4x here and x over here, or we can have -4x here and -x here. So we can have x here and 4x here, or -x here and -4x here, or we can have 2x here and 2x here, or -2x here and -2x here. So there are so many ways for these two positions. So we need to try each of these in combination of the possibilities for these two positions. Now for those two positions, we have 6, and that would also give us a lot of possibilities. So we can have 6, 1, we can have 1, 6, and negative of these, so -6, -1, because all these when multiplied will give us 6. -1, -6, and we can have 2, 3, 3, 2, and negative of these, -2, -3, -3, -2. So there are a lot of possibilities. So basically, for example, you want to pick this possibility here and try each of these with this first possibility. If none of those work, then move on to the second possibility and again try each of these with that possibility. So there will be a lot of combinations, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here times 8 over here. So there will be 48 possible combinations. And if the correct factorization is towards the end of these combinations, then that will take us forever. So this method is not good for factorizing a trinomial like this one. So it works best when we have just x squared in this position, so that we have just x and x. Or if we have fewer possibilities instead of having that many. The same thing over here. If we have fewer possibilities for factors of this number over here, then this method would be good. Otherwise, with so many possibilities, this method becomes kind of useless. So we are not going to factor this trinomial in this video. Instead, we will show how we can factor this using easier method, a better method for trinomial like this one in our next videos. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thank you.